Division 5 regional semifinal game. Coming up, we'll have the national anthem, the starting lineups, the invocation as well. Again, this is the start of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight here on Sports Fan 98.9. You can also hear live online. If you go to our website, WXCOFM.com, and the stream, you can hear Marathon at Athens in a Division 4 regional semifinal on the air, online only, WXCOFM.com, and the Sports 4 stream. And you'll be able to hear that one on a tape delay basis immediately following this one here on Sports Fan 98.9. And right now, we're going to the playing of our national anthem. And our national anthem here from Newman Catholic High School. Let's take a look at the It's 13 points per game. Number 24, Evan Groff, a 5'10" senior, 13.4 points, 5.9 rebounds per game. And number 25, Austin Young, a 6'4" senior, averaging 4.5 points and 4.1 rebounds per game. Again, for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, Josh Gustafson, Ethan Melberg, Christian Johnson, Evan Groff, and Dawson Young. Head coach of the Wolves is Werner Gross. For the Newman Catholic Cardinals, 13 wins and 7 losses overall. Starting at a guard, number 5, Quinn Reeves, a 6' senior, averaging 2.9 points per game. Number 10, Connor Klock, a guard, also a sophomore, 6'2" tall, 5.4 points per game. At a guard, number 13, Isaac Seidel, sophomore, 6'2" tall, averaging 14.8 points per game. At a guard, number 23, Nick Brenner, a 5'11" senior at 6.2 points per game. And at a forward, number 24, Charlie McCarty, a 6'3" senior, averaging 11.4 points per game. Again, for the Cards, Quinn Reeves, Connor Kroc, Isaac Seidel, Nick Brenner, and Charlie McCarty. Head coach of Newman Catholic is Corey Markworth. Cardinals tonight in the home white with the red numerals, while the Wolves wearing the red black with the gray numerals. Glad you could join us here on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices. Again, the winner of this one will face either Rib Lake or Prentice tomorrow night. If it's Newman Catholic, the Cardinals will host. If it's Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, they will hit the road. Yes, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, number 4 seed. Newman Catholic, number 1. Rib Lake is the number 3 seed at number 2 seed Prentice tonight. Top-seeded Cardinals are inbound, and we are underway On the right-hand side, Connor Crock. Crock moves at left-hand side Seidel. Now Charlie McCarty, 23 feet from the basket. Deep left corner. With it is Nick Brenner. Brenner dribbles once. Back out top, taken by Quinn Reeves. Now left wing three-pointer for Brenner is a little bit strong, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Dawson Young for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Rose will bring it into the front court. Crossing the timeline is Christian Johnson. Johnson dribbles his way top of the key. Now to the right wing side. Swings it off to Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne back between the circles, Johnson. Johnson backs it up near the center circle. Hands it to Evan Groff. Now on the left wing side, that's Josh Gustafson. Looking to penetrate his Groff, kicks it back outside. Dawson Young dribbles his way back near the top of the key. Now right wing side, Evan Groff. Top of the circle, Melbourne. Melbourne back on the left wing side. With it is Young. Young into lane. Ball is blocked by Quinn Reeves, but a foul will be called. I think that is what we're going to see a lot of for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran here tonight. They're going to be very methodical. They're not going to force it. They're going to try to keep the tempo down and ultimately try to convert. And in this case, they do earn a trip to the free throw line. Free throw is banked up and in. I'm not sure that was a called shot for Dawson Young, but he banks it in. And Wisconsin Valley Lutheran on the board first. Second free throw is a high archer. This time, nothing but net. Did it with the bank, did it with the swish, and it's 2-0 Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Left corner, Nick Brenner. On the left wing side, Seidel. Now between the circles, Connor Crock. Crock, deep left corner. Three-pointer for Brenner. A little bit off the mark. Rebound grab underneath. Kicked off by Queens. Back outside. Rattled out by Isaac Seidel on the three-pointer. Charlie McCarty battles, grabs the rebound. Chuck to the basket, misses the layup. Gets his own rebound, and now a tie-up with the alternate possession arrow pointing towards Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Arrow pointing towards the wall, so that means that Wisconsin Valley Lutheran with this 2-0 lead will take it into the forecourt. 16:40 to go in the first half. Right wing side, with it is Christian Johnson. Gets it out top, that's Evan Groff. Groff moves it left wing side. Taken by Young, back to Groff. Groff will dribble his way to the right-hand side. Groff back out top, Dawson Young. Young dribbles, still 24 feet from the basket. Works his way right wing side to Gustafson. Gustafson looks inside. Cards in a man-to-man defense. Left wing side. Bounce pass. Tip, but grabbing it is Ethan Melberg. Melberg back on the wing to Young. Young gets it out top. Josh Gustafson. Again, patience in the half court for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Between the circles, Evan Groff. Groff will move it left-hand side. They're not going to keep the tempo up if they can avoid it. Right wing side, Dawson Young, 25 feet from the basket. Near the center circle, Groff. Groff moves it left-hand side, again to Josh Gustafson. Between the circles, Groff kills his dribble. Bounce pass grabbed by Christian Johnson. Half-court defense good for the Cardinals. Patience in the half-court offensively for the Wolves. Groff moves it right wing side to Gustafson. Now a double team. Ball is tipped forward. Battle for, but stepping on the sideline was Quinn Reeves. Out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Wolves. That is something the Cardinals are going to have to do. If they just settle and let Wisconsin Valley Lutheran work it around the perimeter, it will be a low possession game offensively for both teams. Low possession in terms of number of offensive possessions. Christian Johnson takes the inbound pass. Johnson hands it to Groff. Groff right wing side, Young. Young, 23 feet from the basket. Back out top, Ethan Melberg. Melberg, a bounce pass, left wing side to Groff. Groff dribbles now into the deep left corner. He bumping a foul coming up on the Cardinals. It's never easy against Werner Gross's team. It's such a well-coached team. They are methodical. They make it difficult on their opponents, and it's been successful a number of times for a number of years. 8-6 this season. Last season, earned themselves a share of the Central Wisconsin Conference North Division. Out top with it is Christian Johnson. Johnson near the center circle, holds it on his right hip. Right wing side, Melbourne. Pass tipped and stolen by Isaac Seidel. Seidel down the lane to the basket, lays it up and in. Forcing the turnover, getting into the transition, and Isaac Seidel, the sophomore, averaging just under 15 points per game, gets Newman on the board, makes it 2-2, 14:50 to go first half. Back into the forecourt, double team action against Melberg. Melberg now stops, moves it on the near side. Heel Zulsdorf. Zulsdorf into the right corner, Evan Groff, and he'll shuffle the feet and get called for traveling. Traveling on Groff, Turnover on the Wolves, and the Cardinals will get the basketball, looking for their first lead of the game. Over the timeline comes Connor Kroc in the starting lineup for the injured Mason Freya. In play Charlie McCarty. Now deep left corner Reeves. Reeves back to McCarty. Left wing three-pointer is good. Charlie McCarty from the left wing side hits the triple. Cardinals have their first lead 5-2, 14-20 to go in the first half. Into the front court comes Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne dribbles. Swings it right-hand side to Johnson. Johnson gets doubled. Now tripled. Near the timeline, nearly to the backcourt. Hands it off to Young. Young behind the back dribble. Hands it back to Christian Johnson. Johnson will back it up near the center circle. Cardinals trying to turn up the width defensively. Another double team against Roth. And a tie-up. As Roth is tied up by Connor Kroc. Substitution for Newman as Thomas Bates will come in. Cardinals trying to quickly get the double team against Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Trying to speed up the game. Into the front court comes Connor Kroc now for the Cards. Left-hand side Bates. Bates on the wing, Charlie McCarty. McCarty just left at the top of the key. Moves it to Seidel. Seidel into lane Bates. His pass tipped and knocked out of bounds. Intended in the corner for Kroc, and it's actually off the Cardinals. It looked like, in fact, one of the Cardinals, I think it was Brenner, got his arm up there and knocked it away from his own teammate out of bounds. So he turned over on the Cardinals, and the Wolves will bring it back into the forecourt. Looking to penetrate. Going to the basket is Johnson. Hits the shot. Draws the foul. And Kristen Johnson will have a chance for a three-point play. That time, looking for the offense early in the set was Johnson. Got into the basket. A nice shot as he got knocked to the floor. As checking in is Elijah Gustafson now for the Cardinals. Quinn Reeves will take a break. Also, Isaac Seidel off. Johnson averaging 13.2 points per game this season for the Wolves. Hits the free throw. And we're back to even 5-5. 13:35 to go in the first half. Into the front court comes Newman and Connor Kroc. Kroc swings it deep left corner. Bates. Bates back on the wing McCarty. McCarty looks down low. Good grab made underneath by Brenner. Kick back outside. McCarty right wing side Kroc. Kroc holds it. Back to McCarty. McCarty at the top of the key. And a charge is called. Trying to dribble penetrate. Went into Christian Johnson. Johnson took the contact, and the charge is called on Charlie McCarty. And Coach Corey Marquardt wants time. Timeout Cards, 13-17 to go in the first half. 5-5 is the score. Back in 30. This is Newman Cardinal basketball on Sports Fan 98.9.
Think you can't afford life insurance? Think again. You might be surprised at how affordable it can be. 80% of Americans overestimate the cost of life insurance. Maybe it's time to swap a few small expenses for some big peace of mind. Life insurance can protect what matters most, and it's the right thing to do. Let's talk today.
For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 715-359-5055 or stop by 224-706 Zinnia Drive in Wausau today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
American Family Insurance.
Chad Holmes again from the Newman Catholic High School gym. 13-17 to go in the first half. 5-5 is the score. Division 5 regional semifinal. Cardinals will now set up a full court zone trap. Now with it is Ethan Melbourne. Cardinals will drop off, and Melbourne over the timeline. Hands it off to Christian Johnson. Johnson on his right hip starts his dribble. Johnson bounce pass, taken out top by Melbourne. Melbourne working against Thomas Bates, bounce back. Going inside is Johnson. Johnson, a good look underneath the Dawson Young for the layup. The backdoor cut. Johnson got double, and he found a wide open Young. 7-5, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Cardinals back into the forecourt. Right corner, Eli Gustafson. Skip pass. Good grab in the left corner by Brenner. Now Thomas Bates. Back out top, Kroc. Kroc penetrates. Stops. Moves it left-hand side again, Brenner. Thomas Bates. Dribble penetrates. Kicks it outside. Right corner, Gustafson. Gustafson. Left wing side, Kroc. Now on the right wing side, Charlie McCarty. Eli Gustafson, 20 feet for the basket. One dribble. Moves it left wing side. Nick Brenner. Deep left corner, Bates. Bates down low, Kroc. Kroc is fouled. As reaching in was Dawson Young, and Young will be called for the foul. That'll be the first foul called tonight on the Wolves. Cardinals will inbound on the baseline under their offensive basket. Left wing side, Chuck McCarty. Moves it right wing side, Gustafson. Down deep right corner, Kroc. He'll penetrate, got bumped, no whistle. Running banker is no good. Rebound tipped up twice. Grab by Kroc. Kick back outside. Now Thomas Bates. Right-hand side Gustafson. Gustafson looks inside. Good grab by Kroc. Lays it up and in. Nice grab by Kroc on the pass from Eli Gustafson. First points for Kroc. Back to even 7-7. 12 minutes even to go in the first half. Wolves into the front court. Over the timeline. Slowing it down again is Johnson. Now left wing side. Pass intended for Johnson. Tip, but a foul is called. And cutting right down the lane was Johnson, trying to take the pass from Young, but the foul will be called on Newman. Substitution as Isaac Seidel back into the game for the Cards, replacing Charlie McCarty. Christian Johnson will inbound it for the Wolves. Johnson bounce pass inside. Bobble, grab by Groff. Groff will bank it up and in. Near the right block, nice grab by Evan Groff, and then a kiss off the window. First points for Groff. 9-7, Wolves with the lead. Cards back to the front court. Deep right corner, Thomas Bates, 21 feet from the basket. Top of the key to Kroc. Kroc back to the right wing side, Bates. Bates penetrates, moves it left wing side, Brenner. Top of the key, Kroc. Kroc into the lane, right wing side, Seidel. Up for three, hits it. Good ball movement by the Cardinals. First triple for Isaac Seidel. He has 5 points in the game. Cardinals up by a point, 10-9. 11:18 to go, first half. Cardinal bench and fans trying to make some noise. Near the center circle, Melberg. Melberg dribbles top of the key. Melberg stops. Needs some help. Hands it to Johnson. Johnson, right wing. Johnson to the right elbow. Back out top, Melberg. Melberg, right wing side, Groff. Groff will work his way near the center circle. Again, throwing it down are the Wolves. Left-hand side, Young. Young double. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson stripped of the basketball. Picked up by Brenner. Brenner down the right-hand side of the lane. Goes to the basket. He'll be fouled. Coming from behind, making the contact with Ethan Melberg. And Nick Brenner will get a chance at the free throw line. Jumping off the Newman bench for his first appearance will be Taylor Lemansky in just a moment. First, the basketball is handed off to Brenner for the free throw. Free throw is good. If you missed it last night, Nick Brenner was our student-athlete guest on the PGA Big High School Sports Show. If you missed it, you can take a listen. Go to our website, WXCOFM.com, and the audio archive. Second free throw is good as well. Brenner will take a break as Lemansky comes in. Cardinals have a 12-9 lead, 10:50 to go in the first half. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran will inbound, taken by Christian Johnson. Johnson will be met in the backcourt by Connor Kroc. Johnson works his way to the near side, now over the timeline. Bounces back about 27 feet from the basket. Near the center circle, Melberg. Melberg dribbles top of the key. Stops, falls past Groff. Groff will be double. Tries to dribble his way out of trouble. Moves it left-hand side. Now with it is Johnson. Johnson back out top, taken by Groff. Groff hands it off. With it now is Dawson Young. Young moves it right wing side to Zulsdorf. Zulsdorf looks baseline, gets stopped. Now double team action. Now he's in trouble, and a whistle. And on the end line was Zulsdorf. Hit the end line out of bounds. Turnover on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. 10:16 to go, first half. Cards up by 3, 12-9. Isaac Seidel will bring it into the front court now for Newman. Left-hand side, Kroc. Kroc swings it right. Lemansky, deep right corner. Gustafson. Now with it further into the corner was Seidel. Now Seidel on the wing. Seidel dribbles to the right elbow. Out top, Bates. Bates moves it left-hand side, Lemansky. Rotated just right at the top of the key. Isaac Seidel for three. Came up short, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it will be controlled by the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran Wolves. Wolves will bring it into the front court. Evan Groff walking over the timeline. Groff dribbles. Moves it right wing side to Zulsdorf. Double team action. Pass nearly stolen, but grabbed by Groff. Groff moves it left-hand side. Open three for Melberg. Back bracket, no good. Fight for the board. Grabbed by Johnson. Right wing Groff. Groff penetrates. Groff to the hole. Lays it up. No good. But Evan Groff is fouled, and he will get a chance at the free throw line for a pair of shots. Second chance opportunity that time for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, and able to take advantage of it with a trip to the free throw line. Foul was called on Taylor Lemansky, his first Cardinals already with 16 fouls. Left-handed free throw from Groff is good. So that means for the final 9:28 of this first half, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran will be in the bonus. Quinn Reeves back into the game now for the Cardinals. Elijah Gustafson will take a seat on the bench. Groff's second free throw is good as well. 4 points early for the senior Evan Groff. 12-11, Cardinals with a 1-point edge. Into the front court side, left-hand side Reeves. Reeves back out top Bates. He'll move it right-hand side Lemansky. Top of the key, Thomas Bates. Left wing side, Isaac Seidel. Working the perimeter now of the Cardinals against the Wolves zone. Left wing Seidel up for a three. Back racket, no good. Long rebound, chased down near the timeline by Quinn Reeves. Behind the back dribble now near the top of the key. Bounce pass, right corner, Lemansky. Lemansky goes baseline. Goes to the basket. Does not make the shot, but he'll be hacked and he'll head to the line. Midway through the half. 8:59 to go first half. 12-11 is the score as Taylor Lemansky goes to the free throw line. Back bracket on that first attempt, no good. Foul was called on Christian Johnson, his first, team foul number 3 on the Wolves. Second free throw is good. 13-11. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran down by 2 has the basketball. Christian Johnson will bring it into the forecourt. Cards in the man-to-man. Johnson dribbles, works his way left wing side. Johnson still dribbles. Got to be here near a 5 count. No, ball near the timeline. Evan Groff. Groff will hold it, swing it back. Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Here goes the double team. Lost his balance, lost the ball, goes out of bounds. Losing his balance in front of the Newman Catholic bench was Christian Johnson. Turnover on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. The Cardinals get it back. Cardinals number 1 seed in this regional bracket. Wolves are number 4. Wolves earned a victory against Mercer on Tuesday night. Top of the key, Isaac Seidel, 21 deep in the basket. Right wing side, Reeves. Reeves peeks inside, nowhere to go. One dribble, back out top, McCarty. Left wing, Thomas Bates. Quickly on the right-hand side, Seidel. Up for an open 3. Missed it. Rebound, Lemansky. Gives it to Bates. Back out top, Seidel. Right-hand side, Quinn Reeves. Good pass inside the Seidel. Cuts to the basket, lays it up and in. 7 points for Isaac Seidel. Nice pass. And now a timeout called by Werner Gross and the Wolves. 8:04 to go first half. 15-11. Newman Catholic with the lead. Back in a moment. This is Cardinal Boys basketball on Sportsman 99.
Save up to $500 on the latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones when trading in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Scott Mashinsky with Edward Jones. Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 1027 South 17th Avenue or call 849-5258. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
8:04 to go in the first half. It's Newman Catholic 15, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran 11. Wolves have the basketball. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, for the most part in this first half, has kept the game at their pace. Cardinals trying to pick up the tempo with the full court pressure. Now to the timeline, Groff hands it back to Johnson. Johnson over the timeline. Johnson dribbles, works his way down near the top of the key. Works his way down to the left-hand side, still 20 deep in the hole. Johnson will back it up, center circle. Right wing side, Evan Groff. Here comes the double for the Cards. Groff now between the circles. Hands it off to Melbourne. Melbourne near the timeline. Now slows it down yet again. Young moves it left-hand side, Zolsdorf. Zolsdorf gets double teamed. Zolsdorf now in trouble. Bounce pass goes off the hands of Johnson. But it was last touched by the Cardinals. So knocked away by Newman Catholic. Ball will stay with Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Inbounding on the sideline is Groff. Groff gets it into Christian Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Still near the center circle. Now in the center circle. Johnson works his way to the right. Now back to the center. And now a reach and a foul is going to be called as Reeves trying to knock it away. That will be team foul number 7 on the Cardinals. And that means a 1-and-1 coming up for Christian Johnson. So free throws for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Christian Johnson, 5'11" senior, averaging 13.2 points per game. Free throw is good. Johnson's 4th point of the game earns the bonus. Second free throw is good as well. 15-13. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran hanging around against the paper Cards here in the first half. Newman back into the forecourt. Thomas Bates out top. Isaac Seidel. Seidel holds it 22 feet from the basket. Looks inside. Grabbed by Brenner. Kick down to McCarty. Left wing. Connor Kroc for three. Hits it. Connor Kroc rattled it down for the left wing side. Cards have their biggest lead. 5 points. 18-13. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Christian Johnson again walks it into the front court for the Wolves. Moves it left-hand side. Dawson Young gets double-teamed. Young has his pass stolen away. Isaac Seidel. Seidel down the lane to the basket. Reverse layup is good. Nicely done by Isaac Seidel. Used the reverse layup and the rim to protect against the potential block shots. 20-13 Cardinals. 6:34 to go first half. Double team against Dawson Young. He will lose his balance and get called for traveling. The pressure starting to fluster Wisconsin Valley Lutheran just a little bit on the last two series. Back into the game now is Ethan Melberg for the Wolves, replacing Kiel Zulsdorf. One thing Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, they ride their starters a lot. Cardinals will try to wear them down. Inside posting up is Chuck McCarty. Kicks it left corner. Three-pointer for Seidel is good! Isaac Seidel from the deep left corner. His second triple. He has 12 points in the game. And just like that is a double-digit lead for the Cardinals. 23-13, 6:10 to go in the half. Left-hand side Kroc. Good pass inside. Little five-footer. No good by Josh Gustafson. Fight for the rebound and a tie-up with the arrow pointing towards the Wolves. Good passing that time at Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Got it to Gustafson for an open look from 5 feet away. Could not drop it in. Wolves will inbound and drop. Moves a deep left corner. Young on the way. Christian Johnson. Back to Melberg and a moving pick, I believe it will be called. Yep. Moving screen will be called as trying to get the shooter open with Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Dawson Young will be called for the offensive foul. So Newman on a run. 8-0 run here for the Cards. And they have the basketball back. Isaac Seidel. 30 feet to the basket. Out top Gustafson. Pass down low. Tipped away from McCarty. But a regional foul on Young. So a couple of quick falls on Dawson Young. That will be his second. Cards will inbound on the baseline. That was team foul number 5 on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Out top Gustafson. Moves it right-hand side. Kroc. Now between the circles, Gustafson. Left-hand side. Seidel. Further left, Nick Brenner. Near the top of the key, Isaac Seidel. Into the right corner, Gustafson. Back out top. With it is Seidel. Now left-hand side to Nick Brenner. Brenner looking down low. Posting up is Charlie McCarty. 360 on the dribble that goes to the basket for the layup. Quick little 360 move by McCarty. Look baseline, laid it up and in. 5 points for Charlie McCarty. 25-13 Cards. 5:15 to go in the half. Johnson looks down low. Dawson Young will lay it up and in. Little penetration and a dish to Young. He has 6. Stops a 10-0 run for the Cards. 25-15 Newman. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Nick Brenner gets it down top. Connor Kroc. Kroc, right corner. Wide open to Seidel for 3. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound McCarty. McCarty pass deflected. Grabbed by Josh Gustafson for the Wolves. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran will bring it back into the front court. Christian Johnson crossing the timeline. Little crossover dribble. Down the lane to the basket. Draws the contact. Draws the fall. He does go down hard, but he will be okay. Helped to his feet by his teammates and will head to the free throw line. Foul is called on Connor Kroc, his second. And Christian Johnson, 3 for 3 at the stripe, will look to add to his 5-point total at the line. Free throw is perfect. Subs for the Cards, Thomas Bates and Taylor Lemansky back in. Connor Kroc and Elijah Gustafson will each take a seat on the bench. One more free throw now for Christian Johnson. That one is perfect as well. So 4 points in a row now for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Back to within 8, 25-17. 4:37 to go first half. Out top, Thomas Bates, right wing side, Taylor Lemansky. Lemansky, 23 feet from the basket. Out top, Isaac Seidel. Now back to Bates. Bates looking to penetrate. Who's at left wing side, Brenner. Deep left corner, Lemansky. Back out top, Brenner. Goes up for a three-pointer. Rolls off, no good. McCarty tips it, but it goes out of bounds. He thought there was going to be a teammate on the right-hand side. Tipped it like a volleyball play, but nobody there for the Cards. And now Wisconsin Valley Lutheran gets it back. Over the timeline comes Christian Johnson, who's the left-hand side to Groff. Groff dribbles. Groff has it knocked away, but a foul is going to be called. A little too physical, apparently, with Thomas Bates. And another trip to the free throw line now for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Evan Groff, 5'10" senior, averaging 13.5 points and 6 rebounds per game. Has 4 points so far in this one. Team foul number 9, so it is a 1-and-1. Free throw is no good. Came up short. Rebound is grabbed by Thomas Bates. Back up court comes Newman. 25-17 Cards. Left wing side, Isaac Seidel. He'll penetrate. Go to the basket. Floater from 6 is short. No good. Isaac gets his own rebound. Kick back outside. Right hand side, Lemansky. Right wing side, Bates. Now over to Charlie McCarty. Left wing 3 is no good. Air ball, but grabbed by Nick Brenner. Kicks it back out. Now Brenner gets it in the left corner. Left wing, Seidel. Goes up for 3. No good. Rebound chased down in the right corner by Thomas Bates. Now Charlie McCarty. McCarty into the lane. Left corner. Lemansky. Left wing side, Nick Brenner. His pass deflected, and it will go out of bounds off of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Cards will inbound on the baseline under their offensive basket with 3:33 to go in the first half. 25-17 lead for the Cardinals. Oh, they're going to say it's going to Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. I don't know where that occurred. It was deflected by the Wolves, went out of bounds, but they say that a Cardinal touched it. Not sure, but it was at the far end of the court from my broadcast position, so we'll give the officials the benefit of the doubt. Bounce pass, Groff. Groff back to Johnson. Johnson, right wing side, Melberg. Melberg, 23 feet for the hole. Between the circles, Young. Now Evan Groff. Left-hand side, Johnson. Good pass underneath, but missing the layup was Dawson Young. Here come the Cardinals. Back up court. Left-hand side, McCarty. Goes to Seidel. Seidel back to McCarty. Left corner. Fakes the 3. Now Seidel. Seidel. Back to McCarty. Deep left corner. Up for 3. Rolls off. No good. Rebound is tipped. Battle for and a foul. Oh, they're going to call a tie-up. Tie-up with the arrow pointing towards the Cardinals. Cards will inbound on the near sideline. Taken near the timeline by Lemansky. Lemansky, right-hand side, Thomas Bates. Bates back over to Isaac Seidel. Deep left corner, Lemansky. Lemansky, top of the key side. Oh, throw behind him. He'll be chased now by Johnson. Johnson hands it off. Left-hand side to Gustafson. And now the Wolves will set up in the half court. Evan Groff near the center circle. Moves it over to Melberg. Melberg still 30 feet from the hole. Between the circles, Young. Young moves it left. Christian Johnson. Johnson nearly lost the balance, but held onto it. Gets it off to Groff. Now with it is Melberg. Melberg between the circles, Dawson Young. Now Melberg, right wing side. Back inside Young. Young going to the basket. Lays it up and no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Another good look for the Wolves, not able to finish. Charlie McCarty into the forecourt for the Cards. Right hand side, Seidel. Up for a 3. Hits it. Isaac Seidel, when you leave him that wide open, he's going to nail it more often than not. His third triple of the game. He has 15 points, and the Cardinal lead now 11, 28-17 as we hit 2 minutes to go in the half. Left corner, Evan Groff. Groff stops. Groff gets it over to Gustafson. Back out top. 3-pointer from Melberg. No good. Rebound snake by Charlie McCarty. Here come the Cardinals. Pushing up court. Right-hand side, Lemansky. Now into the right corner. Who's it on the wing? Bates. Out top, Seidel. Up for another 3. Hits him again. Red hot, slapping his hands together is Isaac Seidel. 18 points in the half, and the Cardinals lead 31-17. And Coach Werner Grosswant's time. We'll take a quick break and be right back. 31-17 Cardinals. This is Newman Catholic Basketball on Sports Fan 98.9.
What matters to a trained comfort specialist? Cool summers, cozy winters, and an energy bill that's light as a feather, no matter the season. Because your comfort is a matter of opinion, and with a trained comfort specialist on your side, it's also a matter of fact.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin trained comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a trained comfort specialist.
A minute 34 to go in the first half. It's Newman Catholic 31, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran 17. Wolves have done their best to try and keep the tempo down, but the Cardinals, with a good three-point shooting from Isaac Seidel, have pushed the lead to their biggest of the night. Into the front court comes Christian Johnson from Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Johnson works his way between the circles. Bounce pass right wing side to Melbourne. Back to Johnson. Open three from the top of the key is back bracketed, no good. Rebound Taylor Lemansky. Cardinals again transition. Oh, and then picked off. Left hand side Johnson. Gets it to Groff. Hands it back to Johnson. Johnson dribbles his way into the lane. Stops. Now has it back on the left hand side to Groff. Groff penetrates, and Groff will be bumped on the drive to the basket, and a foul will be called. Double bonus situation now for Evan Groff and Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. 10 team fouls on the Cardinals. Also tonight in playoff basketball, Mosinee leads Rhinelander 30-29 at halftime. Jake Plasek with 17 points in the first half for the Indians. First free throw is good by Groff. Also, Medford leading Merrill 18-8 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Second free throw is good as well. 6 points for Evan Groff, 31-19 Cardinals. Newman will jog it over the timeline with just over a minute in the half. Right-hand side, Thomas Bates. Bates moves it left-hand side, Nick Brenner. Brenner, back out top, Isaac Seidel. Seidel holds it, moves it left-hand side, Bates. Bates dribbles once, top of the key, Isaac Seidel. Seidel back on the left wing side, Bates. Bates to the free throw line, but kicks it right-hand side. Isaac Seidel in the right corner, moves it on the wing, Thomas Bates. Bates looking to penetrate, left-hand side, Brenner. Brenner open for a three, rolls off, no good. Rebound tipped, it will be chased down by Gustafson for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Hands it to Evan Groff, and Groff will bring it into the front court with 27 seconds in a half. Groff moves it left-hand side, Johnson. Johnson 30 feet from the hole. See if Wisconsin Valley Lutheran looks for one final shot. Near the center circle, Evan Groff. Groff holds it, still holds it. Down to 12 seconds as Groff still stands in the center circle. Now passes off to Johnson. Johnson has it with 7. Johnson to the right-hand side with 5. Still 30 feet from the hole. Gives it over to Melbourne. Melbourne, top of the key 3. Back bracket, no good. And the first half comes to an end. 31-19, Cardinals over the Wolves at the intermission of this Division 5 regional semifinal. We'll come back, look at the numbers of this one coming up next. This is Newman Catholic High School boys playoff basketball on Sportsfan 98.9.
Save up to $500 on the latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones when trading in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Not too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
Come on, choose health and motion for you.
I'm Dr. Cassie Haltener, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Health and Motion Wausau. Do you want to take your pain and make it a thing of the past? You can. We now offer new technology called the Newbie. This technology can decrease pain, increase strength, and recharge your system. The Newbie was once only used for professional athletes. It is now available for you at 3 of our Health and Motion locations, with one right here in Wausau. Book your 15-minute complimentary consultation today by visiting himwi.com.
So come on, choose health and motion for you.
For more than 60 years, Sun Printing has been Central Wisconsin's commercial printer of choice due to their commitment to quality, creative solutions, and dedicated service. Sun Printing's team offers you a wide spectrum of services. Whether you need offset, digital, large format, graphic design, or mailing, they print everything under the sun. No project is too big or too small. So give Sun Printing a call at 845-4911 or visit them online at sunprinting.com.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating. Your leading trained comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994.
Chad Holmes again from the Newman Catholic High School gym. It is halftime of this Division 5 regional semifinal. The Newman Cardinals have a 31-19 lead over the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran Wolves. Winner moves on to play tomorrow night. Loser has their season come to an end. It's time to take a look at the numbers of the first half, brought to you by the Newman Catholic Athletic Booster Club. Thanks to the Newman Catholic Athletic Booster Club for their continued support of our broadcast of Cardinal Athletics here on Sports Fan 98.9. To find out upcoming Newman Catholic athletic events that you can cheer on the Cardinals, go to merrillwoodconference.org and click on Newman Catholic. For the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran Wolves, 3 players scored in the first half. 7 points for Christian Johnson. He had 1 2-point field goal, was 5 out of 5 at the free throw line. Evan Groff had 6 points. He had a basket, was 4 out of 5 at the stripe. 6 points for Dawson Young, 2 baskets, and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 4 field goals only for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran in the first half. 4 2-pointers, no 3-pointers, 11 of 12 at the line. They did a nice job of getting Newman over the ball limit and did a nice job of taking advantage of their free throws. 11 of 12 at the stripe for the Wolves in the first half. For the Newman Catholic Cardinals, 18 points for Isaac Seidel. Boy, he had himself a first half. 4 3-pointers and 3 2-pointers for his 18 points. 5 points scored by Charlie McCarty on a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. Connor Kroc, likewise, 5 points on a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. 2 points, 2 for 2 at the free throw line for Nick Brenner. And Taylor Lemansky had 1 point, 1 out of 2 at the stripe. 5 2-pointers, 6 3-pointers, 3 out of 4 at the free throw line for the Cards in the first half of play. 31-19, Newman over Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. We'll take a break, come back with more. This is Cardinal Boys Basketball on Sportsfan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices.
The best boats in the business, the best selection, the best people. For 100 years, M&J Marine has set the standard for sales and service, and let them prove it with a new Lund boat powered by the quality and performance of a Mercury outboard. Take a trip through their massive showroom where there's a boat show every day. The best brands and Mercury go boldly only at M&J Marine. I-39 to exit 181 Mosinee. You'll notice the difference.
M&J Marine.
Awesome Mind's a good time, good food and service too. Come enjoy the good times, it's the only place for you.
Golden Chili Skiers, I would have our hot toddies. My favorite in the winter is peppermint patty.
Hot chocolate, peppermint schnapps, and a load of sour cream. Whipped cream!
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Jennifer.
We're only a few minutes from the hill, so it's easy to find. We'd like to meet you.
Come enjoy the good times, it's the only place for you.
One of the busiest weeks of the winter season is on tap as the high school sports postseason rolls on. I'm Travis Wilson, and this is a WisSports.net Minute brought to you by VNNSports.net. More high school sports news after this.
As the official software provider for nearly 3,000 high schools across the country, VNN knows it's been a different kind of year. And while the game hasn't changed, your school's needs have. If you're an athletics administrator, it's more important now than ever to go digital and make sure parents, athletes, and fans have all the information they need to feel safe, up-to-date, and connected to your high school sports programs. A website, digital ticketing, fundraising, live streaming, social media sync, VNN does it all to make your life easier. Check out the new necessities for the new normal at VNNSports.net.
The next few days will be among the busiest on the calendar, with the high school winter sports playoffs rolling on. This weekend will feature the boys and girls hockey state tournament, with championship games held on Saturday at the Southwood County Rink in Wisconsin Rapids, after semifinal contests Wednesday and Thursday. Saturday will also include the 30th annual WIAA State Team Wrestling Tournament, with each division hosted at a different site. Division 1 action will take place at Kaukauna High School, Division 2 at Adams Friendship, and D3 at Wausau West. It is a huge week of basketball action around the state. After opening regional games on Tuesday, boys hoop teams will continue with play on Friday night in advance of Saturday's regional finals. Girls basketball is into sectional play with semifinals on Thursday night. Games of note include Beaver Dam traveling to Germantown in Division 1 and Freedom hosting Xavier in D2. In Division 3, perhaps the deepest division in the state, a pair of one-loss squads will meet up as Neelsville travels to St. Croix Falls. Also, despite a spotless 21-0 record, Winnebago Lutheran will travel to second-seeded Oostburg, who is 22-3. The winners of Thursday night's games will head to sectional finals on Saturday with a trip to the state tournament on the line. This has been a WisSports.net Minute. Check us out online at WisSports.net and search iTunes for the WSN podcast.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Wausau, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Jim Nick, agent. Call me at 715-359-5055, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 715-359-5055 or stop by 224-706 Zinnia Drive in Wausau today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
American Family Insurance.
Started a second half at Newman Catholic High School Gymnasium with the Cardinals leading the Wolves of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran 31-19. Again, 18 points for Isaac Seidel leading the way for the Cards. 7 points for Christian Johnson to pace the Wolves of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Wolves will have the basketball first to begin play in the second half. Looking is Evan Brock, still looking. Gets it in near the timeline to Josh Gustafson, hands it off to Johnson, and Johnson will cross the timeline. Johnson near the top of the key, still prone to Hardwood, with a right-hand side drop. Drop between the circles, Young. Dawson Young, the ball's past to Melberg, left-hand side. Still dribbles, 25 deep in the hole. Right-hand side, Johnson. Johnson will work his way near the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran bench. Left-hand side, drop. Good defense by Nick Brenner. Still dribbling his drop between the circles, Ethan Melberg. Sticking with their philosophy, working in the half court, keeping the tempo down. Baseline, Johnson to the basket, low 4-footer, no good. Fight for the rebound, grabbed by Connor Crock. Pass ahead over the top of Nick Brenner and out of bounds. Turnover on the Cards, goes back over to Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. 27-20, Merrill trails Medford at halftime. 35-31, Mosinee over Rhinelander early second half. No score report from the Apprentice Rib Lake game. Winner of this one plays that one tomorrow night. Into the front court, Christian Johnson. Johnson near the timeline. Johnson still dribbles, works his way left wing side, and now a bump, and a foul will be called as trying to keep the pressure on was Connor Crock. But again, should the Cards win here tonight, we'll be back tomorrow night, 6:40 for the airtime, 7 o'clock game time. Cardinals against either Rib Lake or Prentice here at the Newman Gym. Third personal foul on Connor Crock, so he's going to take a seat on the bench. Into the game is Thomas Bates for the Cardinals. With it is Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne, bounce pass, right-hand side Johnson. Johnson 23 feet from the hole. Back between the circles, Dawson Young, who's at left-hand side to Groff. Groff, backdoor cut. Young to the basketball, block shot by Charlie McCarty. Looked like it was a layup of McCarty out of nowhere. McCarty now into the lane, left-hand side. Quinn Reeves up for three. A little bit strong, no good. Fight for the rebound, saved by Groff, but into the hands of Thomas Bates. Right corner, Brenner, back to Bates, inside McCarty. McCarty under the basket, lays it up and in. It all started with a fantastic defensive play at the other end by Charlie McCarty. Got the block shot right at the rim. Now it's a 33-19 game. Cardinals up by 14. Highlight film, and you can watch it on Channel 7 tonight as Reese is right next to me. Right-hand side, Ethan Melbourne, 30 feet from the hole. Back between the circles, Gustafson. Left-hand side to Groff, but a reach and a foul called on Nick Brenner. Brenner with the foul. 16 minutes even to go in the second half. 33-19 Cards with the edge. Looking to inbound is Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Taken on the left-hand side by Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne between the circles. Melbourne stops. Who's at left-hand side? Groff. Groff, 24 feet from the basket. Groff hands it off to Dawson Young. Just right to the top of the key with it is Johnson, and Johnson will be fouled. Reaching in was Charlie McCarty. Like the first half, the Cardinals are racking up some early fouls. 3 team fouls on Newman, none on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran in the first 2 minutes and 14 seconds of the second half. Wolves will inbound, knocked away by Nick Brenner. They'll have to do it again. Wolves near the center circle, Christian Johnson. Johnson, bounce pass, left wing side, Groff. Back to Dawson Young, no, Groff, left wing side. Groff, inside to Young. Young, no 4-footer is good. Good passing between Young and Groff, and finished by Dawson Young. He has 8 points, and Coach Corey Marquardt wants time. Timeout Newman Catholic, 33-21. Cards with the lead. Back in 30 seconds. This is Newman Basketball on Sports Fan 98.9.
Urology Specialists has been serving the healthcare needs of North Central Wisconsin since 1998. With 7 board-certified urologists covering 6 convenient locations, Urology Specialists bring state-of-the-art healthcare close to home. While he can't stop your dribble on the field, Urology Specialists can stop your dribble off the field. Urology Specialists of Wisconsin, a proud sponsor of high school athletics and Newman Cardinal sports.
15:27 to go in the second half. Cardinals 33. Wolves of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran 21. Cardinals will inbound. Isaac Seidel over the timeline for the Cards. Who's at left-hand side? Nick Brenner. Brenner, 23 feet from the basket. Brenner back between the circles. Thomas Bates. Bates, one dribble. Now stops, and a whistle away from the basketball. And a 3-second violation will be called on Charlie McCarty. 3-second call on the Cards, and again, just hanging around here are the Wolves. With a triple, they could get back to single digits. Inbounded, Christian Johnson working against the pressure D of Thomas Bates. Behind the back dribble, now over the timeline. Slowing it down as he gets into the forecourt is Johnson. Hand off to Dawson Young. Between the circles, Gustafson, now left wing side drop. Back top of the key to Melbourne. Bounce pass. Oh, and a beautiful bounce pass right in stride to Johnson for the layup. Boy, that was threading the needle by Melbourne. Beautifully done. Into the lane, Thomas Bates. Bates in the basket, lays it up and in. Hard move down the left-hand side by Thomas Bates. Gets his first points of the game, back to a 12-point edge for the Cards, 35-23. Into the front court come the Wolves. Dawson Young, right-hand side Johnson. Johnson, 22 feet from the basket. Melbourne, top of the key. Melbourne to the free throw line. Moves it right to Johnson. Johnson will back it up between the circles. Now left wing side drop. Looks down low. Another good pass. Blocked from behind by Bates. And going up for the shot was Christian Johnson. Quick recovery that time by Bates to take away a layup for the Wolves. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran will inbound on the baseline under their offensive basket. 14:23 to go, 35-23 Cards. Good inbound pass. Blocked from behind, but a foul called on Quinn Reeves. Beautiful inbound play by the Wolves. Taken by Melberg. Trying to block from behind was Reeves. Looked pretty clean from again at the far edge. Referees were a bit closer than I was, so again, give them the benefit of the doubt. But Ethan Melberg will get a couple of free throws now for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. First free throw is good. Again, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran has done the job at the stripe tonight. They are now 12 out of 13 at the free throw line. That was the fourth personal foul on Quinn Reeves, so he's going to have to take a seat on the bench. Taylor Lemansky in now for the Cards. Second free throw is good as well. 35-25, 14:20 to go. Into the front court, Isaac Seidel. Now with his Bates. Bates moves it right corner, Lemansky. Up for a three. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Dawson Young for the Wolves. Hands it to Groff. And now Groff will jog it into the front court. Groff crossing the timeline. Hands it off. Taken there by Zulsdorf. Zulsdorf over to Young. Young, right-hand side. Christian Johnson. Johnson. Back over to Groff. Groff to Dawson Young. Young. Top of the key. Groff fakes the three. Down the lane. Lost the basketball. Gets it back. Top of the key. Three-pointer from Melberg. No good. Rebound. Grabbed underneath. Back up is Groff. No good. Rebound. Isaac Seidel for the Cards. Isaac will now bring it into the front court. Right-hand side. Thomas Bates. Bates into the right corner. Lemansky. Now on the wing. Bates. Bates 22 feet from the basket. Bates has it knocked away by Melberg out of bounds. 13:32 to go, and the Cards want time. 35-25 Newman will take a break. This is Newman Catholic High School boys basketball on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com, and mobile devices.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Scott Mashinsky, your Wausau Edward Jones financial advisor at 715-849-5258. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Again, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran hanging around. Now by 10, 35-25, Cardinals have the basketball near sideline. Thomas Bates will inbound it. Gets it into Nick Brenner. Brenner back to Bates. Bates looks inside. Charlie McCarty goes up over the double team and banks it up and in. Chuck now with 9 in the game. 37-25 Cardinals. Into the front court comes Johnson. Johnson. Oh, look at a moving screen, but no call. But now setting things up in the half court again are the Wolves. Hand off, Kevin Groff. Now right wing side, Young. Young, 23 feet from the basket. Looks baseline, behind the back dribble, hands it to Groff. Groff on the wing, down to the top of the key. Bounce pass, left-hand side, Zulsdorf. Top of the key, Johnson. Johnson to the right elbow. Lost his balance, but they'll call a bump and a fall on the Cardinals. Again, the Cardinals are inching towards the foul limit early in the half. 12:58 to go in the half. That's 5 team fouls on Newman. No team fouls right now on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Wolves will inbound on the baseline under their offensive basket. Lob pass, Dawson Young. Young under the basket, banks it up too hard. Rebound McCarty. McCarty will dribble up the left-hand side. Pass ahead, Brenner. Brenner, left corner, back to McCarty on the wing. Top of the key, Bates. Up for a three. Came up short, no good. McCarty with the board. Check to the basket. Lays it up, no good. Rebound Dawson Young this time for the Wolves. Christian Johnson will now bring it into the front court for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. 37-25 Cards. 12 and a half minutes to go. Right wing side, faking the three is Johnson. Poked away, goes out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by the Wolves. Not happy is Werner Gross on the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran bench. He is livid as it looked like it was knocked off the Cards. We've seen a couple of those. One time it was in the favor of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. This time in favor of the Cards. So Newman up by 12 into the front court. Thomas Bates inside Charlie McCarty. Triple team forces it into the left corner. Wide open three. Gustafson. No good. Rebound tip. Battle for it. Grabbed by Thomas Bates. Moves it to Isaac Seidel. And a walk is called on Isaac. He looks a little miffed. Official says he grabbed it. Took a little shuffle as he settled. And the ball turned back over to the Wolves. And on the inbound pass, a foul will be called again on the Cardinals. Team foul number 6 on Newman. Second personal foul on Thomas Bates. Inbound. Oh, and the nearly pretty good bump there by Gustafson on Melberg as he grabbed that basketball. Thought maybe they'd get number 7 very quickly. But Melberg into the front court. Center circle, Evan Groff. Groff dribbles with the left hand, moves it left-hand side to Melberg. Melberg looking baseline. Melberg turns the corner, goes to the basket, and he will be fouled by Gustafson on the layup attempt. Well, with 11:50 to go in the game, Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, who has hit 13 of 14 free throws at this point, they're going to be shooting free throws if they keep drawing the fouls. They're in the bonus the rest of the way. He was in the act of shooting, so it's a 2-shot ball, but the first is up and good by Melbourne. He has all 3 of his points at the free throw line. Just 6 field goals so far for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, none from beyond the arc. Second free throw, rolls down, hit the front iron, kissed off the window and dropped in. Back to a 10-point game, 37-27. Deep left corner, Nick Brenner up for 3. No good. Rebound tipped, grabbed by Zolstorf for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Another chance for the Wolves to get into a single-digit game. Over the timeline, Johnson. Johnson works his way left wing. Johnson stops, gets it back out top. Open 3 for Melberg, off to the right, no good, an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. That's been a factor here tonight. The Cardinals had 6 triples in the first half, none for the Wolves. Hard to win when you don't hit any threes. Inside, post up is Connor Kroc. Kicks it back to Gustafson, who's the right-hand side, over the head of Nick Brenner and out of bounds. And again, the Cards letting the Wolves, but the Wolves doing what they can to hang around. 11:11 to go, 37-27. Newman Catholic with the lead. Inbounded, taken by Christian Johnson. Johnson will work his way to the timeline. Around the screen. Moves it left wing side. Little dribbles, back towards the center circle. Johnson out to the right, behind the back dribble yet again. Now to the left wing side. I don't know how you not get a 5 count. He just keeps dribbling, but apparently they keep resetting it. Right-hand side, Evan Groff. Groff, now near the timeline. Oh, they got away with a little shuffle. Now right wing, Johnson. Johnson back to Groff between the circles. Groff moves it left to Young. Young to Zolstorf. Zolstorf, left wing, double team. Gets through the double team, goes to the basket, lays it up. No good, but he'll be fouled. It looked like Keel Zolstorf was in deep trouble with the double team, but he dribbled right through it, got to the rack, and now heads to the free throw line. It has been a steady stream of free throws here for the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran Wolves. Free throw good again. 5 for 5 in the half. 16 of 17 in the game from the free throw line for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. And now back to a single-digit game. Second free throw. Rolls around, does not drop in, fight for the rebound. Tipped and grabbed by the Cards. Up court, Kroc. Kroc, left-hand side, Brenner. Now back out top. 3-point attempt for Kroc is good. Connor Kroc with the triple from the top of the key, and the Cardinals back by a dozen. 40-28, 10:25 to go in the game. We will take a break and be right back. This is Newman Catholic High School boys basketball on SportsFan 98.9.
Save up to $500 on the latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones when trading in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
See this badge? Of course not. It's radio. It says Train Comfort Specialist. It means we're expert technicians and as reliable as the train systems we install, keeping your winters cozy and summers cool. And when you do see this badge, you'll immediately feel more comfortable.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin train comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a train comfort specialist.
Sports Fan 98.9 is W255 DN Wausau and WXCO Wausau.
10:24 to go in the game. 40-28 Cardinals. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran with the basketball. Evan Groff over the timeline for the Wolves. Bounce past Johnson. Johnson holds it about 30 feet from the basket. Just left at the top of the key. Groff up for three. Rattles out no good. Fight for the rebound. Grabbed by Melberg. Melberg moves it over to Dawson Young. Hands it back to Groff. Rotated right wing side. Zulstorf. Zulstorf looks inside. Nowhere to go. Out top Melberg. Melberg dribbles to the right wing. Hands it off to Johnson. Bobbles it. Gets it back. Between the circles, Christian Johnson. Johnson passes right-hand side. Evan Groff. Groff back on top to Melberg. Melberg moves his way left. Bounce pass. Grabbed by Zulstorf. Zulstorf back between the circles. Groff. Right wing side Johnson. Patience again in the half court for the Wolves. Near the free throw line is Melberg. Melberg stops. Top of the key. Groff fakes the three. Right-hand side Zulstorf. Between the circles, Evan Groff. 9.5 minutes to go. 40-28 Cardinals. Top of the key, Melberg. Melberg moves to right-hand side, Dawson Young. Young still dribbles, hands it off. Johnson, left wing side, Evan Groff. Top of the key, Johnson. And he will be bumped. That was just a little bit of a four-off bump, not really necessary for Brenner. A rather simple call for the official. So in the end, more free throws for Wisconsin Valley Union. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Getting my hockey and my basketball confused, but 1-1 now coming up for Christian Johnson. Johnson has 9 points in the game, a chance to become the first Wolf player in double digits, but he misses the free throw. Boy, can't miss the free throws. I mean, the percentage of it so high for the Wolves, but now a whistle as the Cardinals coming up court, losing his balance was Connor Kroc. And the first foul of the second half will be called on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Inbound pass taken by Kroc. Left wing side, Gustafson. Bounce pass, Charlie McCarty. Top of the key. Open three for Kroc. Back bracket, no good. Rebound, Gustafson. Left wing, Kroc again. Hits it! Connor Kroc said, I didn't make the first one, we'll make the second. His third triple of the game. He has 11 points. 15-point lead for the Cardinals, 43-28. 8:45 to go. Out top with it is Groff. Groff pass to Johnson, tipped away. Stolen by the Cardinals, but then a foul in the backcourt on the Wolves. So a bit of a run here for the Cards after Wisconsin Valley Lutheran got it back to single digits. Got it to within 9, now back to 15, and the Cards have the basketball. 8:38 to go, just past the midway point of the second half, 43-28 Newman Catholic. Over the timeline comes Isaac Seidel. Seidel now right wing side. Gustafson back to Seidel. Right wing side, Gustafson. Gustafson bounce pass, Charlie McCarty. Charlie now gets double. Gets backdoor cut, but throws it away. Trying to hit Brenner. In front of that pass was Dawson Young for the Wolves. Now into the front court, Evan Groff. Groff will call the play for Wisconsin Valley Union. Lutheran. With it on top again is Christian Johnson. Moves it right wing side to Zulsberg. Rotated to the left-hand side, Groff. Groff, good pass inside, grabbed by Johnson. Johnson forces up the shot and rolls off no good from 2 feet away. Gets his own rebound. Put back is no good. This time the rebound to Elijah Gustafson for the Cardinals. Into the front court, Charlie McCarty, right corner. McCarty back on the wing, Nick Brenner. Brenner between the circles, Connor Kroc. Kroc, left-hand side, Gustafson. Gustafson holds it back on the right wing, Connor Kroc. Croc, top of the key. Gustafson, open for a three. A little bit strong, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Johnson for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Johnson over the timeline, and Coach Werner Gross wants time. Time out for the Wolves, 43-28. Newman Catholic with the lead. Back in a moment. This is Newman Basketball on Sportsfan 98.9.
Not too early to start thinking boats. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. The season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Check it out and stop in. Call or apply online at ccuwausau.com. Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. We finance fun.
And home again here from Newman Catholic High School. 7:31 to go in the second half. 43-28. Cards with the lead over Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Wolves will inbound near the timeline. Grabbed by Christian Johnson. Here comes the double team. He'll work it to the right-hand side. Bounce pass. Grabbed by Josh Gustafson. Now he is doubled. Hands it back to Johnson. Top of the key. Melbourne penetrates. Goes to the basket. Hits the floater as he falls down from 4 feet away. So, Melbourne gets the basket. His first field goal, he has 6 points. Inside, Charlie McCarty on the right block. He gets doubled, and a foul will be called before the shot. Third team foul on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Cardinals will inbound just below me to my right with 7:05 to go in the game, leading 43-30. Inbounded out top, McCarty. McCarty moves it right. Isaac Seidel. Now left-hand side, Connor Croc. Croc 22 feet from the basket. Back to Seidel. Seidel moves it right. Elijah Gustafson. Left wing side, Nick Brenner. Brenner looking to penetrate. Brenner to the basket. Wide open lane, lays it up and in. Nick Brenner found the opening right to the rack. His first field goal. He has 4 points. Matches the biggest lead for the Cards. 15 points, 45-30. 6:40 to go. Near the top of the key, Ethan Melbourne gives it to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line. Back out top, Melbourne. Melbourne looking to penetrate. Into the lane, ball fake. Kicks it back out, Johnson. Johnson, right-hand side, Evan Groff into the right corner. Josh Gustafson. Just right at the top of the key. Three-pointer off to the right. No good for Ethan Melbourne. Nobody there for the Wolves. Rebound grabbed by Isaac Seidel. Now McCarty took an extra step before dribbling his way to the basket. So turnover on the Cards. Wisconsin Valley Lutheran will get it back. Down by 15. Walking it over the timeline is Christian Johnson. Johnson works his way to the right, about 30 feet from the basket. Johnson back out top. Three-pointer for Groff. Off to the right, no good. Still looking for their first triple of the Wolves. Rebound grabbed by Isaac Seidel. Right-hand side, Charlie McCarty gets it back out. Elijah Gustafson. Now deep left corner, Connor Croc. Croc back to Brenner. Gustafson. Right-hand side, bounce pass. McCarty on the right block. Kicks it right wing side. Gustafson up for a three again. Rolls off, no good. McCarty with the board. Chuck will lay it up and in. Clearing the boards, Charlie McCarty. 6.5, 11 in the game. 47-30 Newman Catholic as we hit 5.5 minutes to go. Over the timeline comes Christian Johnson. Johnson into the right corner, Melbourne. Melbourne, top of the key, Dawson Young. Young moves it left wing side. Christian Johnson, back to Young. Young dribbles, now moves it right-hand side to Gustafson. Gustafson, back to Dawson Young. Left wing side, Groff looking inside, Melbourne. Melbourne near the left block. Melbourne, floater, he falls down, fade away from 6 is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Isaac Seidel. Isaac, right wing, goes up for a three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound cleared by Christian Johnson for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Still 47-30 Cardinals. Into the lane. Groff to the basket. Little finger roll is good. Evan Groff with a nice finish. He has 8 points. Pass up court, tipped away by Johnson as he falls into the Newman Catholic bench. Quinn Reeves back in. Thomas Bates as well for the Cardinals. 4:45 to go, second half. 47-32. Newman Catholic with the lead. Medford leads Merrill 44-35 midway through the second half. Mosinee 51-50 over Rhinelander, 4.5 minutes to go. Right-hand side, Thomas Bates has it pass tipped away. Bates gets it back, hands it to Quinn Reeves. Reeves out top. Again, a three-pointer for Croc. Back bracket no good. Hit the wire above the basket, so that's out of play. .27 to go. 47-32 Cards with the lead. Over the timeline comes Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne hands it off. Drop. 25 feet from the basket. Drop. Back to Melbourne. Just left at the top of the key. Between the circles. Drop. Right wing side. Zulstorf. Back out top again. Johnson. Moves it left wing side. Drop. Up for a three. Rattles out no good. Boy, those threes have been a few good looks for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, but not able to drop any of them. Back out top, Bates. Now move to the right-hand side, McCarty. McCarty looks baseline and a little push, and that'll be a charge on Charlie McCarty. Right in front of him. He saw that left arm go into the body of the defender. And the ball back over to Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. .3:45 to go. 47-32 Cardinals. Out top, Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne moves the right-hand side drop, turns and fires from 12. Off the window, no good. Rebound grab by McCarty. McCarty to Quinn Reeves. Reeves into the forecourt. Reeves into the break corner. And a little hand check foul will be called on Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Still have not seen any score on the other game in this regional bracket tonight between Rib Lake and Prentice. Rib Lake, the number 3 seed. Prentice, the number 2 seed. In the right corner, three-pointer for McCarty is good. Charlie McCarty's second three of the game. He has 14 points on the night. 50-32 Cards, 3:20 to go. I'm going to mention that in the Rib Lake Prentice regular season series, the road team won both games. See if Prentice can hold the home court tonight. See who comes here. Oh, and a pass tipped away by Croc. Croc to the basket, lays it up and in. Connor Croc with the finish, and the Cardinals stretching this one out like 52-32. 3 minutes to go. Near the center circle, left-hand side. With it is Zulstorf. Back out top, Melbourne. Melbourne to the right wing. Melbourne up from 15, way off the mark. Nothing but backboard. Rebound Croc. Long pass ahead. Grab by Nick Brenner. Brenner to the basket, lays it up and in. The pass from Croc barely got through the hands to Brenner, but it's threaded the needle and a timeout on the floor. 54-32. 2:41 to go in the second half. We'll have a quick break and be right back. This is Newman Catholic High School Boys Playoff Basketball on Sports Fan 98.9.
Urology Specialists has been serving the healthcare needs of North Central Wisconsin since 1998. With 7 board-certified urologists covering 6 convenient locations, Urology Specialists bring state-of-the-art healthcare close to home. While we can't stop your dribble on the field, Urology Specialists can stop your dribble off the field. Urology Specialists of Wisconsin, a proud sponsor of high school athletics and Newman Cardinal Sports.
2:41 to go in the second half, and the Cardinals with a 54-32 lead over the Wolves of Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. Into the front court comes Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne moves it right-hand side, taken by Zulstorf. Zulstorf back out top, Johnson. Johnson works his way to the left wing, hands it off to Evan Brock. Right wing side, Ethan Melbourne. Melbourne still 22 feet from the basket. Now Melbourne to the top of the key. Hands it back over to Johnson. Johnson bounce pass, left-hand side, Dawson Young. Young looking baseline. Young will bobble it, get it back. Young will get it back up. Wolves are going to finish off the way they are. They're going to be very patient. Now point baseline. Baker is no good by Evan Drop, but he will be fouled and he will head to the free throw line. going into this one, you knew that if Wisconsin Valley Lutheran was to have a chance, they needed to win the battle in terms of the tempo. And for much of the night, they actually did a pretty good job. But Cardinals, a few runs, have been able to stretch this one out. Free throw is no good. Ortonville, who eliminated Wausau West on Tuesday nights, they win again over a Wisconsin Valley Conference team. They went to Stevens Point and defeated Spash 67-47 tonight. One more free throw for Evan Groff. He has 8 points in the game. Second is good. 54-33, 2:06 to go. Over the timeline comes Connor Crock, left-hand side. Pass inside by Lang. Lang posted up against, actually inside the Gustafson. Gustafson to the basket, lays it up and in, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. But Kyle Lang into the game here for the Cardinals. Fed it inside to Gustafson. Taylor Lemansky also back in. (56-33). So the Cards, we will be back here tomorrow night, 6:40 for the pregame, 7 o'clock game time. As the free throw is short, no good. Rebound is tipped, grabbed by Groff. Groff will bring it up court, hand it off to Christian Johnson. Johnson over the timeline. Johnson, a bounce pass, right wing side. Evan Groff about 25 feet from the basket. Now rotated, left wing side. Ethan Melberg. Melberg back on the right. Three-pointer for Groff. Came up short, no good. Rebound off the hands of Thomas Bates. Picked up on the left-hand side by Kiel Zolsdorf, and Zolsdorf is fouled. Double bonus, so 2 free throws coming up for Kiel Zolsdorf. Mosinee leading Rhinelander 54-52 with a minute 15 to go tonight in a regional semifinal in Division II. Free throw is good for Zolsdorf. Second point of the game. Stratford in Division III tonight defeated Colby by a score of 71-53. Second free throw is no good. Rebound grab by Elijah Gustafson for the Cards. 56-34, minute 20 to go. Into the front court, right wing side, Taylor Lemansky. Lemansky, 24 feet from the basket, gives it to Thomas Bates. Bates will work his way between the circles. Bates, bounce pass, right wing side, Lemansky, gives it back to Gustafson. Pass inside, fumbled, and then stepping on the headline as he tried to get it back was Taylor Lemansky. He is out of bounds, turned over, back to the Wolves. Before we leave the air, we'll have a score on that Rib Lake Princess game to let you know who the Cards will be playing tomorrow night. Looking to penetrate Groff. Groff was at left-hand side. Back on the left wing. Long three from Johnson. Off to the left and a little bit strong. No good. Elijah Gustafson will grab that rebound for the Cards. Up court, Reeves into the front court. Thomas Bates. Bates right corner. Taken there by Kyle Lang. Lang hits the cutter. Bates. Bates to the basket. Lays it up and in. Second basket for Thomas Bates. He has 4 points. 58-34 with 37.5 seconds to go. And a Wisconsin Valley Lutheran timeout will be called. And Werner Gross wants to get a substitute in, and they're going to take the timeout, so we'll take a quick break as well. 58-34, the Cardinals over the Wolves. Back in a moment. This is Newman Basketball on Sportsman 98.9.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating. Your heating, trained, comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994. 37.5 seconds to go, 58-34. Cardinals with the 24-point edge. Taking the first step on their playoff journey here tonight. Inbounded, Christian Johnson. Johnson over the timeline. Johnson between the legs dribble. Now works his way near the top of the key, but a whistle. And another foul. One thing the Cards are going to have to be better at starting tomorrow night. They can't get themselves in this kind of foul trouble, send their opponents to the line as much as they have so far tonight. Free throw is no good by Johnson, so as we get late in the game, the free throw shooting for the Wolves is starting to taper off. But boy, early on, the
16 of 17 start for the Wolves kept them within shouting distance. Second free throw is good. And Christian Johnson, a senior, will head off and get a big round of applause from his fans as his high school career will come to an end. Gets a hug from one of the other seniors, Evan Groff, who's also left the game. 24 seconds to go, 58-35. Right-hand side, Lemansky, out top, Gustafson, bounce pass. Left wing side, Thomas Bates. Bates will work his way back, about 30 feet from the basket. Down to 10 seconds to go. Gustafson in the center circle. So the Cardinals will win for the 14th time this season against 7 losses, earn a spot in the regional final tomorrow night. 58-35, Newman Catholic over Wisconsin Valley Lutheran. We will take a break, come back with our post game, look at the numbers, get a chance to talk to the head coach, Corey Markfort, and try to get a score on that one between Rib Lake and Prentice, one of which will be here tomorrow night for a 7 o'clock game time. 58-35, Cardinals with the win. This is Newman Catholic High School boys basketball on Sports Fan 98.9.
Not too early to start thinking about. Once the season starts, you want to be ready. So, what's your boat? A boat for fishing, boat for skiing, a pontoon boat for partying? Or are you thinking personal watercraft? Whatever floats fun for you, remember CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Great rates, great service, great fun. Local lenders lending local money. Quick and easy loan approval. It's the way financing should be. Stop in and visit with a CCU lender even before you hit the marina. CCU can set you up with a great rate financing approval, so when you find your boat, you're ready to float. Season's just too short not to enjoy every moment you can on the water. Fun for you, remember CCU. The Belt Credit Union. We finance fun. The best boats in the business, the best selection, the best people. For 100 years, M&J Marine has set the standard for sales and service, and let them prove it with a new Lund boat powered by the quality and performance of a Mercury outboard. Take a trip through their massive showroom where there's a boat show every day. The best brands and Mercury go boldly only at M&J Marine. I-39 to exit 181, Mosin E. You'll notice the difference. M&J Marine.
Some minds a good time, good food and service too. Come enjoy the good times, it's the only place for you.
Golden Chili Skiers, I would have our hot toddies. My favorite in the winter is peppermint patty.
Hot chocolate, peppermint schnapps, and a load of sour cream. Whipped cream!
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Jennifer.
We're only a few minutes from the hill, so it's easy to find. We'd like to meet you.
Come enjoy the good times, it's the only place for you.
Save up to $500 on the latest Samsung Galaxy smartphones when trading in your current smartphone. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. Again here from Newman Catholic High School, where the Cardinal boys basketball team defeats the Wisconsin Valley Lutheran Wolves by a score of 58-35. Looking at the scoring, brought to you by the Newman Catholic Athletic Booster Club. Thanks to the Newman Catholic Athletic Booster Club for their continued support of our broadcast of Cardinal Athletics here on Sports Fan 98.9. Go to MarrowoodConference.org, click on Newman Catholic for your next opportunity to cheer on the Cardinals. Looking at the numbers for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran, 10 points scored by Christian Johnson, a pair of 2-pointers, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 9 points for Evan Groff, a pair of 2-pointers, 5 of 7 at the line. Dawson Young had 8 points, 3 2-pointers, and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 6 points for Ethan Melberg. He had a basket, was 4 for 4 at the free throw line. 2 points tonight for Kiel Zulsdorf. He had 2 for 4 at the stripe. 8 2-pointers, no 3-pointers, and 19 of 25 at the free throw line tonight for Wisconsin Valley Lutheran and their 35 points. For the Newman Catholic Cardinals, they got 18 points from Isaac Seidel. All 18 of those points came in the first half. He had 4 3-pointers and 3 2-pointers. 14 points tonight for Charlie McCarty, 4 2-pointers and a pair of 3-pointers. 13 points for Connor Kroc, 3 3-pointers and a pair of 2-pointers. 6 points for Nick Brenner. He had 2 baskets. It was 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 4 points for Thomas Beats on a pair of baskets. 2 points for Elijah Gustafson, 1 basket, 0 for 1 at the free throw line. Taylor Lemaski had 1 point. He is 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 14 2-pointers, 9 3-pointers, and 3 out of 5 at the free throw line. So Cardinals outscored 19-3 at the stripe, but they outscored Wisconsin Valley Lutheran 27-0 from behind the 3-point arc, and the Cardinals win it 58-35. Still have not received any score from the Prentice Rib Lake game tonight being played at Prentice High School. Winner of that one will be here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the regional final. And then after regional finals are completed, the 4 regional winners in each of the sectional brackets will then be seeded for the sectional semifinals next Thursday and the sectional championship round next week from Saturday. The home team will be the higher seed in each of the sectional semifinal and the sectional championship round. So again, we'll find out that after the sectionals, after the regionals are completed tomorrow night. Waiting for the coach, Corey Marquardt, to join us after this one. The Cardinals able to pull away late to win it 58-35. Also tonight, a tough one for the Mosinee Indians. Mosinee in Division II, 58-56. Rhinelander, for the 3rd time this season, defeats Mosinee. So Mosinee